Good morning, everybody. Today I'm out in the yard again, and I want to finish up the series of videos that I was doing on the modifications I made to my WR250R. And that's because, well, here in about 4 days or so, myself and 4 other buddies are going to hit the road. We're riding down to Damascus, Virginia, and we're going to do the Mid-Atlantic BDR from south to north. Let me introduce the guys that are going to be going on this trip with me. First of all, you know Steven. He joined me for the Alaska trip. We've been riding together for a long time, and he's going to be on his Ducati Multistrada Enduro. Also joining me from the Alaska trip will be Peter, one of my really good buddies, and he's going to be on his Triumph Tiger 800. And also you've met Eric, who is going to be on his Yamaha XT225. He and I did the Trans-Mass Trail together, and also he's been riding with us for quite a while in my riding club, the Massachusetts Bay Victory Riders. And lastly, we have Tom, who is from New York City, but he's also a member of the MABDR. He's been riding with us for quite some time. And he's going to be on his KTM. I don't actually know the model of the bike. I believe it's a 600 or 650 single. So we have quite a variety of bikes going on this trip. So the first thing I want to talk about is what I've done to increase the fuel carrying capacity on the Yamaha WR250R. Now it comes with a 2-gallon tank stock from the factory, and that gives you about 120-mile range. This bike gets a little over 60 miles a gallon, at least that's what I've been getting. So what I opted to do was to get the 3-gallon tank from IMS and put it on this bike. So that'll give me a range of about 180 miles, which should be plenty for the trip that we're going on. Now, I didn't go to the larger tank because, well, I just thought that that was kind of overkill. I thought that for most of the riding that I'm going to be doing, 180 miles is absolutely plenty. However, just in case I get into a situation where I think I'm going to have to go over that, what I'm going to be doing is carrying this along with me. And this is a collapsible fuel bag, and this is from Giant Loop. And these things are not inexpensive. They cost about $200, but they are completely fuel safe, and I'll be able to use this many times, I'm sure, out in the future. So if I need to use this bag, it carries 1 gallon of fuel. So that'll give me 4 gallons or about 240-mile range on this bike. Now you'll also notice that I upgraded the gas cap on this bike as well. This is a billet cap from Tusk. Just decided to do that, well, because why not? So the next thing that I decided to do was to get a new bag for this bike. I played around with some of the bags that I already have, and I just couldn't get anything to fit like I wanted it to. So I decided to go out and get this bag, which is the Coyote Bag from Giant Loop. Now this bag works great. It fits right on the bike just like it was made for it. And also it carries everything that I'm going to need on this trip. We're trying to go as light as we can. I'll tell you, we're not going to be camping on this trip. All of the guys that are going, we talked about it, and we said, hey, you know, do we really want to carry our camping gear around for 2 weeks? Especially given that roughly half of this trip, of this 2-week trip, 8 days, we were going to be staying in hotels anyway, because we have 2 days out, 2 days back, and we were going to take a couple of days off of the bike, so we got 4 more days that we were going to be in hotels. So that was 8 days. Said roughly half of this trip. So we said, do we really want to carry our camping gear? And all of us said no. Along with the Coyote bag, I picked up a couple of these add-on bags. These are what's called the Possibilities bags, and they're just small waterproof bags that I can put things in that I'm gonna need to get to quickly, like my waterproof gloves are in here, my phone will be in here, other things like that. On the other side, I've got stuff like all of my charge cords that I need for all of my electronic accessories and so forth. In order to make this bike fit on here and make it easier for me, I did remove my rear foot pegs because I'm not going to have a passenger on this bike. And I added in these little loops, these hooks from Giant Loop. They run about $20 a set, so that's $10 for that bracket. But they are very nice, they work very easily, and I mounted them here where the foot peg used to be so I can tie the bike down nice and easily. The last thing I did to add some storage capacity is I put this little Pelican case. This is the 1200, and the reason I did that was because it's going to be carrying my cameras in it. I can put a lock through here, I can lock this thing down, and also it's going to keep my cameras safe, again, while we're traveling around on some of these bumpy roads. And of course, given that I have this YouTube channel, we need places to mount cameras. So I've got a camera mounted here on my front handlebar. I have another spot to mount a rearward facing camera. And lastly, I have a spot down here right off of my skid plate where I can have a low mounted camera. Okay guys, I think that's it. I think I'm ready to go. I think all of us are just about ready to go. We're really looking forward to this trip. So in the meantime, if you like what we're doing here on this channel, please subscribe, click that bell so you get notified when there are new videos. Also, if you want to support this channel in any way that you see fit, there are t-shirts for sale. You can pick up my little ebook, right? You can become a monthly Patreon supporter, or if you've been following the 60-day trip that I took, I have all of the GPX files and my route sheets available for you online, and I'm only asking $1 a day for these things. Also have the Alaska trip out there as well. So if you have a dream that you want to fulfill, again, take a look at these things. They may help you do that. All right, guys, thanks a lot. I really appreciate it, and we'll be talking to you later. Probably be doing a couple of posts from the road, but again, we'll see how it goes. Primarily, we want to go out there and have a great time.